Doors to Death. I'm Sandy Bremer. I am the director of tonight's production. We're so excited that you're here. This is our last night. We were here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we had a really successful run, which is really exciting for the program here at Maple Street. The actors that are on stage always get to take a curtain call and do that again. Get to take a curtain call and you applaud for them and they get a nice acknowledgement, but there are a lot of people that work backstage and they don't get to take a curtain call. So what I would like to do right now is give them a huge round of applause and thanks. So nice. And they do everything. They run the lights, the sound, the curtain, they set everything up, they make sure the props are there, they keep everybody in line, and do a lot for us as an ensemble, so I don't like to forget them. We will be back in the spring. We are going to do a musical. I have an idea of what I would like to do, but I have to run it across Julie Davis and make sure that we have the people to do it. So, and it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun if it's the one I want to do. Let's support the program, guys. It's, you know, I'm here in the fall and I don't come back until the spring, but I'm hoping and that we can stay connected from now, November, to into the spring and get things done. Beth Wallace has really helped. We were here and cleaned the stage, and Liz was here, and it was a dirty job, but somebody had to do it, and we did it. Found things that have been back there for years. It's frightening. We want to move forward and do other things. If you look at the proscenium, I don't know if you can tell, we'd like to get a nice coat of paint maybe on there if we could, get it nice and black. Some of the, you'll notice there's some, I don't want to show you all the imperfections, but there's different things that we would like to do, and we're going to continue to do that throughout the year, just to keep the program running. We have an amazing new principal here at Maple Street, and he's really 100% behind the program, which is really kind of cool. This show is called 3 Doors to Death. The choice is yours. It's an interactive production, which means you are a part of the play. You are our last character that we needed tonight to present the play. The actors will speak to you. You can talk back to us. Let them know what you think. However, only speak when you are spoken to. No heckling. All right? Have an amazing time, and thank you so much for coming. And now, 3 Doors to Death.
used to say in British mystery thrillers, but I won't sleep easy in my coffin until I find out. That's where you come in. I'll need your help.
If you don't mind, Mr. Forrest, I'm in charge of this investigation.
Only trying to help.
Leave it to a professional. Besides, you're dead. Beat it.
Call me if you need me.
I'll do that. Name's Woolrich. Detective Woolrich. Homicide. I'm the investigator in charge. A murder has been committed on the stage of our local community theater. You've already met the stiff. Pardon, I meant to say the victim. It's me you're assisting, not him. Murder took place just 3 days ago during the rehearsal of some dumb play. Just so you'll understand, I'll stop the action every once in a while, and you can tell me how I can proceed. We work together. Got that? Okay? Okay. I gave you the scene of the crime. The time was early evening. No wounds on the body. What we need now are suspects.
Phyllis Love. I was an actress in the dumb play. Leading lady. Audrey Baxter. Another actress. I usually play the sweet young thing.
Paul Westerfield, actor.
Jeanette Marsh, exceptionally talented director.
Barbara Lloyd, stage manager and props. Dolly Bray, part-time cleaning woman. I only do it to pass the time. I don't need the job. I've got plenty of money set aside. I like to feel useful.
So what have we got? The scene of a crime, the approximate time, the suspects. What else should we be looking for? Motive or how the murder was committed? Motive?
Yeah.
All right, motive it is. Miss Love?
I had an excellent motive. Gordon Forrest was blackmailing me. I come from a very wealthy, socially prominent family. To put it bluntly, I'm filthy rich and highly respected. But Gordon knew I'm a kleptomaniac. That's right, I steal things. Not because I need the things or even want them. It's all mixed up with psychiatry. Gordon threatened to tell the media unless I paid off. The scandal would have destroyed my family and ruined my reputation. Did I kill him or not? You decide. I am not surprised Gordon turned out to be a blackmailer. He was a bad sort, but oh, so charming and hard to resist. We were getting married, or at least that's what people thought. The wedding invitations were already in the mail and he just dumped me. You can imagine how awful it would be if I had to tell the guests that my wedding was off. I'm glad he's dead. I didn't know how to tell everyone the truth that I had been dumped. Did poor, penniless Audrey kill him or not? You decide.
You've heard it before, I'm sure. An actor would kill for a good part. Community theater's my life. It's all I live for. But Gordon Forrest always got the good roles, the best lines. It was all community theater politics. I should have gotten Gordon's role in that dumb play, but I didn't. He always took what rightfully belonged to me. I'm a brilliant actor. Ask Jeanette. He was never better than mediocre. Did I get rid of the competition? Did I kill him or not? You decide.
I simply don't know what to say. I certainly had no reason to off him murder the victim. He was always on time for rehearsals, and he always knew his lines.
I might have done it. It could have been revenge. You see, I was married to Gordon Forrest. He ran out on me years ago. He got quite the shock when I turned up again. I enjoyed watching him squirm. Maybe it wasn't revenge. Maybe I murdered him to protect Audrey. Did I kill him or not? You decide. I don't know nothing about nothing. Right now, I'd like to be home feeding the citizens in my fish tanks.
I book Paul Westerfield. Perhaps it's Jeanette Marsh, or maybe it's Dolly Bray. And let's not forget Barbara Lloyd. You get to decide.
Audrey.
What do you think? Whoa, folks. I can't book them all. You can only stretch circumstantial evidence so far before it snaps back in your face. I think we better do some more investigating. What do you say? Yes? Yes. All right. You may sit down, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's my material you required, Detective Wilrich.
Thanks. I'd like to introduce you to Officer Garrett. I think you all know Officer Garrett.
We're not likely to forget him. He was the first officer on the scene.
Scene of the crime, you mean?
Naturally.
Scene of the crime. Why quibble over words? We talked to him before we talked to you. What does it matter?
I thought that this building was supposed to be sealed off.
Skip, tape! Yellow! Tape on the doors! Nasty stuff! I'll have you going on!
Well, the building can be reopened. The department's got all the information it needs from the crime scene.
Such as?
Tell him, Garrett. It's okay.
Anything the courthouse requires. Forensics, DNA, photographs were taken of everything on the stage. Evidence bagged. I took plenty of notes.
I recall.
It's so gruesome to think about. At first, we all thought poor Gordon choked to death when the wine went down the wrong way.
It's not unheard of.
I couldn't believe it when I heard he was poisoned.
And I can't imagine what new information any of us could give you, Detective.
Purely routine.
We've already told everything we know.
Several times.
Never can tell. Someone may have forgotten something.
Like what?
That's what I'm hoping to find out. Why don't you take a seat, Garrett?
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate everyone showing up.
What choice did we have?
Cops on my doorstep day and night.
Police pestering neighbors.
Answering your same questions over and over again.
Patience, ladies and gentlemen. Patience. I promise I'll make this as painless as possible.
What are you, a policeman or a dentist?
That's not funny, Dolly.
Neither is murder.
This is a copy of the toxicology report. The poison that killed Gordon Forrest was probably poison.
Probably.
You mean he wasn't?
Well, the coroner's initial report stated that, yeah, he was poisoned.
But they couldn't identify the poison immediately.
No, they couldn't.
That's rather unusual.
It is. It is quite rather unusual, isn't it?
Well, this doesn't quite make sense because the grape juice, which was the wine, was absolutely grape juice. How could have it been poisoned? Are you suggesting that it was poisoned by one of us?
That's exactly what I think.
How could it have been the grape juice? We all sipped a glass poured from the same decanter.
Perhaps the poison was in the glass Gordon Forrest used, not the decanter.
I resent that. I handled all of the props for the rehearsal. The glass was empty. Someone might have dropped something in when you weren't looking. I tell you, the glass was empty.
What do you think? Shall we restage the murder and look for clues? Or not? You decide. Restage the murder? Yes. All right, restaging it is. Miss Marsh?
Yes.
you to tell me again. What happened the night of the murder? The rehearsal. Exactly as you remember it. Describe the set.
Oh, very well, if you insist.
We'd appreciate it.
We were rehearsing a play called Three Doors to Death. It's a murder mystery.
We assume that by the title.
The setting is a library in a large manor house on the English moors, early 1800s.
Uh-huh.
There are 3 doors that lead into the room. One door leads into a small study. Another door leads into a hallway that opens up onto the gardens. And another door leads into the main part of the house. Fireplace there, table there, wine decanter and glasses on the top. Armchair there. Everybody please, I just want a good rehearsal. You ready with the props, Barbara?
I got most of them.
You want me to sweep the stage, Miss Marsh?
Not now, Dolly, if you don't mind.
I don't mind!
Can't you see we're rehearsing?
That armchair don't belong that far out. That's better. Nice pillow.
Dolly, Three Doors to Death already has a stage manager.
I like to feel like I'm part of the team.
I'll let you know when you can sweep up.
I don't have to do this work, you know. I've got money.
Can we please just get on with the rehearsal? Begin.
Ha, ha, ha. You're a witty fellow, George.
Am I?
You kept us from laughing on the moors.
Ha, ha, ha.
You say I'm witty on the moors, and I must be witty on the moors. If one must be on the moors, one might as well be witty. Ha, ha.
I say, back from the moors so soon, are we?
Hello, look who's here, Harry.
Sit here, sir, close to the fire. It'll warm your gout.
Don't mind if I do.
I think a glass of grape juice suits. Sorry, Jeanette.
Never mind the mistake. Get on with it.
I think a glass of wine is called for.
Excellent idea.
I'll give your favorite wine glass, Uncle Harry.
Thank you, my dear.
Uncle Harry, I must show you what my friend in India sent me as a gift. He's in the army, you know, Calcutta.
I say, that is a wicked-looking thing.
It's a blowgun. The natives put in a poisoned dart or a needle, and with a hard force of breath, they spit it out, like this.
Not the proper sort of thing, to be young lady. That's what I say. Glass of wine.
Here's your favorite wine glass, Uncle Harry.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Why you should think that particular wine glass is charmed is something I'll never understand.
That doesn't surprise me, my dear.
Good, good. So far, good. Don't lose your British accents. Keep up the pacing.
Right.
Speak up loud and clear.
A toast to health, wealth, and good fortune.
To
Health, wealth, and good fortune.
Excellent bouquet, excellent taste, sweet without being sentimental.
Gordon, what's happening?
What's wrong? Help him! He's choking! Look at his face, he's turning blue.
He's falling.
I'll take care of this.
Is he all right?
I don't see what can be. He's dead.
Dead?
Once we realized poor Gordon was dead, we called the police and Officer Garrett showed up.
I came through the doors at approximately 10 minutes after 7.
Thank you, Miss Marsh. You may be seated. Is that the way the rest of you remember it too?
Yes? I think so.
I'm sure I didn't leave anything out.
That's exactly the way it happened.
Then I wonder why no one mentioned the way Dolly Bray was fooling with the armchair pillow just before the rehearsal began.
Well, I didn't think it was that important.
Everything about the murder is important. I wonder, too, why no one mentioned the way Gordon Forrest reacted when Phyllis Love used the blowgun.
You're not suggesting I used a poisoned dart or a poisoned needle? He had a muscular twitch or an itch, obviously.
A dart is an excellent way to inject a poison. especially when it's propelled at a considerable force. You got the blowgun, Garrett?
It's here.
Let them see it. You'll recognize it. Let them see it too. It's possible Dolly Gray may have hidden the needle in the armchair pillow just before the rehearsal began. Hey! Sit down, Miss Bray.
Is that how it was done? A needle in the armchair pillow?
Consider this. Phyllis Love had a double opportunity.
How can you say that?
The needle, and the fact you also fluffed up the pillow.
Oh dear, that's right.
If you think I'm the one who did it, arrest me.
It's okay, I didn't mean it like that.
Relax, Miss Love. Relax, Miss Love. It wasn't a needle or a dart. No mark on the body to indicate a point of entry. What the coroner found was poison on Gordon Forrest's tongue, also in the saliva. In short, he drank or sipped the poison.
I tell you, the glass I handed Audrey was empty.
But while Audrey Thaxter was backstage, she had her back turned. She could have easily slipped something into the glass, or even switched glasses.
I hadn't thought of that.
Think about it.
What was the poison?
I was wondering when someone was going to ask about that. Gordon, Garrett. What you're seeing here is a pufferfish, also known as a balloonfish. In Japan, it's known simply as fugu. The deadly poison is contained in its glands.
No one would eat such a fish, would they?
In Japan, properly cooked, the glands removed, it's considered a delicacy. However, there is still a high mortality rate. The poison extracted from such a fish takes effect within seconds.
But the pufferfish isn't native to these parts.
No, it isn't. But fish collectors often have them.
Fish collectors?
All right. I collect rare and unusual fish. So what?
Your neighbors, who have seen your aquariums, report you once had a pufferfish.
It died. Besides, why would I want to kill Gordon Forrest?
I suppose you'd be accusing me again. I seem to be the prime suspect. After all, I do own a pet shop in the mall. It kills time and amuses me. I donate all the profits to charity.
This playhouse couldn't continue without Phyllis's financial support.
Along with the kittens and puppies, I also sell rare and unusual fish, mostly tropical.
I purchased my tropical fish from Phyllis's shop. Most people in this town do.
If you must know, I did sell a pufferfish to Dolly.
Charged me plenty too. Couldn't even get a discount.
Any of us could have gotten such a fish from a specialty store. You'll pardon the expression, detective, but you're just fishing.
Am I? What shall we hit him with? Motive? Or my long discourse on the ninja feud of Japan and had the prepared poisoned fish? Motive? What did you say? Motive? Motive it is. I never get to give my long discourse on the ninja feud of Japan and had the prepared poisoned fish. All right, if it's motive you want, it's motive you get. Let's see how they react when we tell them what we know. My team of investigators and I have picked up a great deal of information on you people. Take you, Miss Love.
Must you always be picking on poor Phyllis? It's harassment, that's what it is.
I'll get to you in a moment, Mr. Westerfield. We found several unmailed letters to you in Gordon Forrest's apartment. They stated that unless you paid up, your shoplifting career was over, and so were you.
Shoplifting.
Oh, the police have known about your problem for some time now. The stores have chosen never to prosecute because your family always paid for the things you take.
I can't help it. I need heavy help. I'm a kleptomaniac.
We also know that Gordon Forrest jilted you, Miss Thaxter. We talked to his enlist you. In plain English, he got a better deal. We also know that your marriage invitations were already in the mail when he was murdered.
He was no prince, he was a fraud.
Common knowledge that you were jealous of Mr. Forrest, Mr. Westerfield. You once said that you'd even like to kill him. There were several witnesses to that remark. With Gordon Forrest out of the way, you'd be sure to play all the leads and have all the good lines.
I'm entitled. I deserve to play leads. I would have had them too for community theater politics. I've been treated shabbily.
Oh, get a hold of yourself!
I never told police about Paul. I've always been on your side. I'd help you in any way I could.
Even if that meant getting rid of Gordon Forrest.
I didn't mean it that way.
Better write down those remarks, Garrett.
Yes, ma'am.
You were once married to Gordon Forrest, Miss Floyd. In fact, you're his widow. Widow? Don't bother to deny it. We got a copy of the marriage certificate. But you never signed the divorce papers, did you?
Why bother denying anything if it's true?
But you never said a word.
I enjoyed watching him squirm. Sweet revenge.
Revenge is a good motive. On the other hand, if you married that rich young fiancé, you could have blackmailed him for a handsome sum. Bigamy is a felony, you know. He could have gone to prison.
Well, at least my conscience is clear.
Except for one thing. Gordon Forrest was obviously blackmailing you.
How?
How did we know? Your bank statements. You've made several large withdrawals over the past few months. Several large checks made up to the name Gordon Forrest.
He was a swine. He blackmailed me into giving him all the leads. He kept a scrapbook of my past reviews in other cities. They were all pans. The critics said I was a terrible director. I've been happy here. Actors respect what I have to offer. Can you imagine my despair if Gordon made copies of my failures and faxed them about? That's what he threatened. I'm vain. I admit it. I'd have done anything to shut him up.
You're a fun group. The poison could have been rubbed inside the glass. Anyone could have done that. And the glass would have appeared empty. What do you say? Shall we name the killer, or shall we go on making them sweat? You went there.
Name the killer.
Name the killer? What did he say?
Name the killer.
Name the killer it is. Line them up, Garrett.
Yes, ma'am.
Take a good look at him, folks. There's a killer in this lineup.
Don't forget about me.
You?
It could have been suicide.
Suicide?
Who murdered Gordon Forrest? I demand justice. I deserve justice.
You always overacted, Gordon.
All right. Now, in order to determine the killer, I'm going to put my hand over each of the suspects, and I want you to applaud for the one you think did it. All right. First up, we have Miss Dolly Bray. Barbara Lloyd. Jeanette Marsh. Paul Westerfield. Audrey Thaxter. And Phyllis Love. And, according to the applause, it looks like the killer was Audrey Dexter.
That's right. I did it. Oh, Officer Garrett, I really like you too. Never thought you'd betray me. I hated what Gordon had done to me. It was a heartbreak I couldn't bear. And when I learned about Barbara, I knew he had to die. I confided in Phyllis and Barbara, and they helped me do what needed to be done.
That's right. I knew that Dolly had traveled to Japan and learned how to extract the venom from the pufferfish. I sold her a pufferfish and watched her as she extracted the venom.
Phyllis and Audrey. When I traveled to Japan, I learned how to extract the venom from the pufferfish. Phyllis explained what Gordon was up to with Audrey, so I extracted the venom.
I snuck into the theater late one night and got Gordon's favorite wine glass, and then took it to Dolly's, watched her extract the venom, and I rubbed the inside of the glass, then brought it back to the theater.
I knew I had to get the right glass from Barbara for the final rehearsal. I brought the glass to Gordon. Poof, he was gone.
Can't trust anyone these days.
I arrest all of you for the murder of Gordon Forrest. You have the right to remain silent. You watch television, you know the rest. Cuff him, Garrett. Take him downtown.
Congratulations, Detective Woolrich. You found the killer.
No, I didn't. You guys did. Take him out, folks.
really a part of the ensemble, helped us round the whole show. It didn't have to be somebody who was on stage, it didn't have to be somebody who was off stage, just somebody that they thought really embodied what we were trying to do, the ensemble feel. And they did vote, and they didn't all vote for themselves. They didn't, but it was Carly Loken.
Thank you so much, Miss Sandy. You have helped us so much. Our acting has improved a lot from the first day, so thank you so much. Yeah.
Aren't they great? So Carly will bring the lights up and you'll be able to see. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, come back. Do you want to take a picture? If you want to take a picture of the whole group, let's do it now.
Sit down on stage like we're doing now.
Everybody can stay down.
We don't party
Excellent.
Stay right here. Stop.
Hey, here we go.
Whose hand is this?
Everyone look like above everyone. This one looks like we're
No
on top of
taking
them.
pictures.
If there's something deeply on your mind,
Down, fingers down.
Fingers down, not
maybe your
down.
fingers down, like these.
Ready?
Oh, rabbit ears.
Do a funny one. Do a funny one. Ready? 1, 2, 3, funny face.
Now a funny one.